To be honest, this is kind of strange for me. Um, I'm usually active this time of year. This time of year being like the season when the World Championship season or Olympics. This is the most like this is like the busiest time of the season usually for me. All right, now I'm just here. Um, this season has been a tricky season. I've learned a lot. It's my first like first full season training at a new club. There are things there to get used to, but I got feel like I got used to it pretty quickly, and I started getting to work pretty quickly. Right. Um, I feel like the year was going very well. Started off extremely well. Um, Training was very consistent. I wasn't missing any days. It was going really good. Um, and then say about January, December, had some shin pains. I usually like shin splints are like a norm for me, so I wasn't too concerned about it. Did everything that I was supposed to do. I didn't take any load off my shins. Started on the right side, then right side got a little better. Started feeling it on the left side. And about January, it wasn't too bad. It was bearable. I could train with it. As I said, I get shin splints almost every year, so it's a fairly regular thing. So I was just training. It wasn't getting any better. I wasn't really paying it any mind. Some days it would be good, some days it wouldn't be so good, but it was still manageable. Going through training, everything is pretty much okay. I'm able to compete throughout the indoor season. Um, Leading up to about March, I think, when World Indoors is, I decided not to go to World Indoors. Things were looking good. I was set to open my season in early April. I got hurt in training in late March, like almost like I think it was a week of the track meet, so I couldn't compete. It wasn't a bad injury, but it was my quad, and it was I just wasn't able to compete. I think it had me off for like about 2 weeks. So the timing of the injuries were just bad, right? Quad got better. I think 4 weeks after the initial quad strain, I got back into the groove of training, got back my fitness. The shin pain was still there, getting a little worse each day, but I'm just taking painkillers and trying to bear it, because I thought this was just shin splints. I've been going to physiotherapy probably 2 days a week, almost every single week, sometimes more than 2 days a week. I do physiotherapy, I do a lot of therapy, right? If I was to sit down here and name everything, you guys would be like bored. But there's a lot of stuff I do to keep my body in tip-top shape. I was trying to do that, especially this year, so I spent a lot trying to stay healthy. So when I got over the quad injury, felt good. Then I was set to compete at the end of April, right, in Jamaica, and to open my season. Warming up, everything is going fine. My last run in the warm-up, I hurt my quad. Same quad, same area. This time is a little bit worse. Um, Took about a week of like no training, no just trying to treat the quad, and then started getting back on track and doing some strides. The shin pain got so bad during that period, so I decided that I had to check it out, like seriously check it out. So I did some imaging. I did an X-ray on it. X-ray didn't show any broken bones. I did an MRI. The MRI showed that I had a stress reaction and also there's some edema um, in the tendons and the muscles that are in my shin, like right that run alongside my tibia. So started, getting treatment, doing all of that on the specific area. Didn't really, didn't really help. Nothing seemed to help, right? Painkiller stopped working. So I I wasn't really sure what to do. I was thinking, all right, bear the pain. But then, based on what the doctors were telling me, is that the stress reaction is like a precursor to a stress fracture. So I didn't want to have that. Um, but then I went away, got some serious treatment for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Came back. I think I got probably 1 or 2 decent days of training. But by this time, I've missed like 6, 7 weeks of training, and I have 3 weeks to go until 2 weeks to go. Until the national championships. So I've been out since like 23rd of April. I came back on like the 10th of June. So and the national championships was the 23rd of June. So being out for 6 weeks or so, and then coming back to try to get in some kind of shape, and not being like anywhere close to 100% based on the pain that I was in. It's like it's the most excruciating pain I've ever felt during my career. That is like that the physical pain is crazy, like. But nonetheless, I decided to try. I couldn't not try. I feel like I had to see, what was possible. And I came back. Obviously, I was unfit, so like the first day of training, the first couple of days, I got extremely sore after 2 days of sprinting. And so I had to like back off a little bit, try to do as much recovery as I can because I was so unfit. And at that time, the shin pain was getting so much worse. Like, it was so bad. I tried to get some other doctor's opinions. One doctor told me that if I can bear the pain, then I should be fine. But he would recommend that I do like follow-up imaging to just make sure the situation hasn't gotten worse. So I tried. I didn't have enough time to get any imaging done, but I tried to, push through the pain and see if I could, work some miracle. I prayed like crazy, but I think that if the situation was just way too bad, even looking back at the race that I ran at trials, I could see, I didn't feel it at the time, but I could see that I was kind of limping. I wasn't putting any like force through my leg. It was so bad, like I couldn't walk like properly without painkillers. It was extremely bad. But as I said, I decided to try, so I did it around 10:32 or 3:3, something like that. 10:32, I think. But it was really disappointing to see, how I started the season versus how it came to an abrupt end. But it's just really disappointing to it was going so good. Like, I was having such a great year. Like, training was going extremely well. So it was just these untimely injuries that kind of threw me off. But with that said, this season is now behind me. I mean, I'll still be watching, the rest of the season, but I'll be preparing for the upcoming season. So I'll be taking you guys along with me. So you guys, I have more time on my hands now, so I'll be able to edit, and I'll be able to do a little bit more. So I'll be carrying you guys with me. I'll be showing you guys some of what I'll be doing in my, I guess you could call it, background season, like to stay in shape and to work towards the goal that is next year. So the good thing is that next year is a world championship year. Uh, the year after that is an Olympic year. So we're a fighter. We don't give up so easy. So we're going to do this for everybody who has supported me throughout my journey. I just want to say a big thank you. I do this for you guys. So, for all the solid supporters, stay solid and big up on yourselves, bless up. You know the thing go. So, come on this unique journey with me. I've never, this is a very strange one for me. It's not something that happens too often, but hey, life. So, we bounce back when we find our way and we have to look for the smallest, no matter how small it is, the smallest positive in every situation. And that's how you maintain hope, and that's how you keep yourself from going crazy. And trust me, every situation, no matter how bad it seems at the time, when some time passes, you will realize that it is not as bad as it felt initially, and you learn to, handle certain things better. And yeah, I mean, the smallest positive is what might keep you going, keep you chasing your goals. So just always remember that. Do not give up on your goals. I won't give up on mine. I don't care what anybody want to say. I don't care how long it take. I'll keep working. At the end of the day, I don't see how any situation can be made any worse by trying. Even if you fail, you're brave enough to try. So hey, if you've been thinking about trying something, this is your message to try it. Take it as a sign. Try it. If you fail, try a different way. If you fail again, probably try a different way. If that fail, probably try something else, but don't stop trying. Big up.